Hi guys, welcome back to the shop. Got a couple new bikes today. I'm going to start with this one here. I believe it's about a 65 to 67 Yamaha YJ2 60cc. I think they referred to them as the Campus 60 or the Riverside 60. And it's not in bad shape for as old as it is, but it's missing a lot of stuff. And I should have looked a little better before I picked it up. The foot pegs were missing on it, and the shifter was missing. And that should have keyed me because there's a whole lot of stuff missing here or broke. This is the shifter. Basically goes on to the side case, or to the side of the engine, and then the side case goes over it. In the more modern Yamahas, all this stuff is on the inside clutch side, basically. In this one here, they, instead of having a drum that selects the gears inside, it has a rod which expands balls to lock in the gears, much like Hodaka's. And all this garbage is on the outside, and it's missing a lot of it. But anyhow, I've worked on that. We're going to go ahead and do a little bit of, we're going to check the spark and all that stuff. If you watch Flip Fix, John over there had this one on maybe I don't know, 2-3 months ago, and he went through all this stuff and he actually got it running. So it's not going to be a big deal for us to do it. I'm just going to kind of go through the same stuff that you usually do when you do it, but it's just missing a lot of stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to pick up what I can for it, as long as it's not cost prohibitive. And I think what I want to do with this one is upgrade it a little bit. Upgrade it to a more modern look. The front fender, in my opinion, has got to go on this one. It's pretty beat up anyway. But that really distracts from a lot of the bike. So I think we're going to try to go with a later model, maybe a chrome fender or something up front. Anyhow, let me get you handheld here, and we're going to walk around and take a peek at this one. And I got another bike too. I'll cover it just a little bit in this video, and then we'll do another one on it. Okay, it's kind of the normal kind of pitting on the chrome on the tank. This one really doesn't have a lot of dents. I think there's a couple on the other side, but it's, you know, as far as that goes, it's not too bad. There's a little one right there. But like I say, the fender really distracts from this and these fork tubes right here. So I think we're going to go with kind of a look of like the YL1, where we not exposed springs, but have the accordions on them, like the YL2C that I just did not too long ago. And then maybe a chrome fender or something, little less coverage, so that it, I just think it'll look better. I actually had one of these bikes in probably around 67, may have been 66. And it was basically the same one, it just was black. That was my first Yamaha. The seat on this one looks pretty good, but it's pretty hard, and the stuff that's underneath it is not doing so hot. And I think maybe it's got a hornet's nest in it. I haven't seen any, but I see a hole over there. Okay, down here, this again is where all this goes. And I think the people that had bought it, or had sold it, sold it to the guy I bought it from, had issues with it because, like I said, the foot pegs are missing and the shifter was missing. And then when I pull this apart, I find that this piece here is broken right here, and most of the parts that shift this thing are missing. The ones right in here. It had a repair where somebody had welded it right here on this piece. So I'm not real sure what I'm going to do. It's stuck in here pretty good, but you can see that they must have got it in the wrong place. You can see the weld here and then here. So I have a feeling they got it in the wrong place and they popped it loose, and it's better where it is. But we're going to have to do some research. I've got 3 pieces that are missing in there that I've got to try to find, as far as I know anyway. So this was just caked with mud and grease, as was this piece. All this stuff, this took me a long time to clean this, just with a brush and mineral spirits. And all this stuff went into the ultrasonic cleaner last night, and it came out pretty nice. So we're going to be doing something with that. And you can see here that I've got the back end propped up. This thing will not stand on the stand. I think that it is bent right here. I really think these are supposed to be straight. And I'm going to pop that loose, and we're going to see if we can put it in the press maybe and straighten it out. Because I think it should come on up and, follow. Yeah, it looks straight in the illustrated parts breakdown. And I think that this is a common thing with these bikes, because a lot of them that I looked at online are bent like this. Okay, let's move on here. It was missing this shield, and I was able to find one. It's not great, but it's as good as the pipe is. And this thing spent probably 4 days in the metal rescue, because it was pretty rusty. You can see kind of the pitting there along the bottom. So anyhow, we've got a shield on there, and I've been trying to decipher the number, which is right here on the case, because there's no key, of course. So the first number is not completely stamped, so I really can't tell. I'm just going to take a wag and order one and see what I end up with, I guess. If I don't, then I'll put a switch on it, if I can find one of them. These covers are missing on both sides. I was able to find a couple of black ones. I kind of like this. I believe they call it peacock blue. Kind of like this, but it's pretty rough. I thought maybe I'd go with the Survivor scheme like I did on the YL2C, but I'm not sure I can get by with it on this one. It's just a lot rougher. We do have baffle, and of course got the rims really look good compared to a lot of it. So I think those will clean up good. And I've already drained and refilled the oil injection. It was apparent that was the wrong oil in there. It looked more just like motor oil for a car. And I went ahead and drained the transmission and refilled it. But other than that, we haven't done anything. Up here's where I think the hornet's nest is in there. So I'm going to see if I can find a seat cover or something. Really looks pretty good, but it just didn't. Actually, I tried buffing this out just a little bit right here, and it really came back pretty nice, and I think most of it would. Just not real sure where I want to go on that yet. But like I say, we've got a lot of rust, but it's all surface type rust. And we've got a boo-boo on the tail light and the the bracket right here, the tail light bracket and tag holder. So we got a crack right there, so we'll be welding. Oh, just rust everywhere. This side's a little worse than the other as far as the tank. And I think we're missing a spring here for the pedal. That again is probably because of what they were doing. They had to remove the foot pegs. So all that stuff is laying in somebody's garage and they'll never be able to use it. So like I say, I'm going to try to get the stand off and we'll try to straighten that out. But everything, you know, the fender just, I didn't like that when I owned it, and I owned it in the 60s. Let me get you up on top and we'll take a peek. Okay, little boo-boo there on the speedometer, and this, if that's true, 2,500 miles, that's pretty low miles. It's missing both of the levers. This one over here is broken, and it's a clutch side. So we'll be looking for those. It's got the choke on it and it's free. Let's take a peek in the tank here. There's a little rust in there, not bad. Just, it's really not bad for the age. It smells like the gas is about 40 years old. Don't know when it was last licensed. Here again is what I think might be the hornet's nest. I think I can get a seat cover. So anyhow, like I said, I've done a little work here. I've found out what I need to get, so I'll be trying to get that. So probably the next time you see this after today, we'll hopefully be putting some more of this stuff back together. And these are 17-inch wheels, just like the YL1, YL1E. So, let's see if we got spark. I know we do because John had it when he did it, but we'll just double check it and make sure everything is in, the plug's in good and gapped right. And then we'll pull the carb cover off, and I want to go ahead and pull the kickstand off and see if I can straighten that. You just can't put it on the stand hardly at all without putting a board on it. Okay, let's looks like the keeper is missing, and looks like there's a screw missing out of the brake light switch. We'll just go ahead and see if we can get this spring here off. Oh, that was pretty easy. And go ahead and drive this pin through. A lot of grease in there. I think that's all that's holding it. Grease is holding it in there. There. So I think what I'll do is take this over to the press and put a board or something right here and see if I can just push a little bit of that bend out of there. I just think that that doesn't belong there. I think that's my problem. Okay. Yeah, that's what it looks like it needs. I think I'll see if this will work. If this will, and I'll look at it and see if we're messing anything up. I don't want to tear anything up, but we'll give that a shot. Actually looks like the other side's bending a little more than this side. Let's take a look. See, this piece here is welded here, so it can't go anywhere. I just really think this is the problem. Well, that's better. Still got a bend in it though. Well, that's getting closer. Okay, let's give that a try. See if that. We'll see if it works, or if I'm just going up the wrong tree or something here. All right, see if we can get her pin back in. There we go. Okay. A bunch of grease right there. Well, that looks better. Push it back through there and see if we can get the brake pedal back on. Okay, let me see if I can get this jack stand out from behind it. See if I can just set this off to the other side. I guess I should have put that down before I pulled it out. All right, I think that's going to work. Yeah, see, the back wheel wouldn't even come off the ground before. So that's what it was. This was all bent. Seems like it comes a little far forward too, but I don't know how, unless it interacts some way with the foot peg. But as it is, that's okay. Okay. Got a clip here, same as the AT1s. Okay. And we just need a screw for this, I think, unless something's stripped out. Let me see what I can find. All right. Yep. See if you, after working on the YL2C and the AT90 that I've got, I know you've got to disconnect all that to get the foot pegs off, so that's what they did. So that looks good. Nothing's interfering here, I don't think. I see a set of foot pegs, but you know what I think I'm going to try to do is I believe I've got a set for maybe a 200 twin. May have to rework them a little bit, but they have the side stand on them too. So that would be a good thing to do on this, is get the side stand on it. So I think I'm going to try those. I'll try to hunt for those and see if I can get those to work on here. But for now, I think we'll go ahead and see what our fire's like and see if we can get it to run. Okay, I'm getting the switch back on there. Now John started this thing without a key. And of course this is a 6-volt system, so we don't have to worry about a battery in it. And I believe this is the wire. He said in his video that was the kill switch, and he left it loose, looks like, for me, so that seems right. So we'll check the spark without doing anything there. I believe that's the one that needs to be disconnected. Now one thing I want to do too is kind of see what's going on here. Oops. Oh yeah. Looks like a bunch of oh boy. Okay, so we'll be cleaning that petcock bowl, and you can see here that looks like somebody broke the handle off of the petcock. So let's see what we can do here. It's kind of loose, looks like. Whoa. Okay, there's a spring in there. I got the spring. Okay, looks all like all the innards are in there. Yeah, see, this is the piece. Looks like they had been turning it off and on with a pair of pliers. There should be a little lever that sticks out. Probably have to get a new petcock. We'll see. Okay, so that screw, it's probably a dog point. Yep, dog point screw, so that's a special screw for that. And let's see what the rest of this looks like. There's some gummy stuff in there. Oh boy. Okay, that's all part of it, guys. Get all that stuff in there. So we'll be cleaning the tank out, and once we do that, we'll be able to tell whether or not we are going to have to put a liner in, or maybe I'll try to do something with this. I just don't know. It's kind of hard to do anything. People, chromers don't like to do tanks, from what I can tell. So we'll probably end up doing some paint, or I remember I saw, I don't know if you guys watch Greg's Lair. Greg's, Lair, I don't know, I have to look it up. Laird, I think. Let me look it up and I'll let you know on that, because he did a Campus 60. So let me look his thing up real quick and so I can tell you. Okay, hopefully this will show up. It's Greg's Lair. And if you get to his channel and you hear Andy Griffith at the beginning, you're in the right place. It's pretty cool. But he's done a Campus 60. He's done a TC or a TS 125 Suzuki, and many, many more. So go over there and take a look at him and subscribe to his channel. I'm sure he'll appreciate it, and I think you will too. He's kind of a funny guy, and he gets a lot of these little bikes like this taken care of and back on the road. So go look at Greg. I think you'll be glad you did. I know that John checked the air cleaner, but I'm going to take a peek myself. See what we're going to have to do there. If I remember right, he said it looked pretty good. I see a spider hanging there. Kind of a dead one. Yeah. Better than most of these paper filters that come out. We'll probably be making a new one like we did with the YL2C, where we wrapped screen wire or garden wire, I think they call it, and using a universal uni filter. Yeah, seen better days. We'll be cleaning all that out. Oh boy. Pretty wet. L78. Not sure. Let me see what it's supposed to have. Okay, so it's telling me a B7 HS. So I've got one. That's too close, I think. I've got it. All right, so we should be good. All right, let's pull the cover off here. See what things look like in there. Okay, looks like there's a piece missing right here. I don't know. I don't know what they call that. Maybe a bridge or something like that. Everything seems to be tight. And I remember in John's video, this bayonet or a banjo fitting was pushed forward, and I can see the fuel line right here, but of course we're not going to use that. Looks like everything's good there. You can see some oil in the line. And I just need to go get some fuel, and let's see what we can do. All right, let's get some fuel in her here. It's kind of a loose fit. Maybe it'll hold. And we'll let a little go and see what happens. See if we end up with a leak or something. Looks like everything's holding up. All right, let's see what we can do here. I don't see any leaks, so the float and everything. I can't remember whether John went through the carburetor. I don't think I ever saw him take it off, but he kept talking about it, so I don't know whether he ended up doing it. But anyway, it's not leaking, so it should be okay. We're running premix here, Yamalube at 32:1, so we don't have to worry about the pump at this point, but we'll check it and make sure that it's pumping. I'm going to go ahead and reach over here and push the enriching device, and then we'll give it a kick. Oh. Let's see, that's kind of in my way. It runs, guys. It also smokes, so I'm going to go over and kick the door open. See the tail light, the rest of it fell off. It's kind of a, we've had several days of rain and even some snow. It's kind of cool, probably upper 40s, lower 50s right now. But it's supposed to improve starting tomorrow, I think. So I'll try to get through this without having to go put my coat on. I think it's really kind of got to be there. See the pump pumping, and I think that everything is clear. I did yesterday when I put the new oil in here. I did come down here and purge it right here, so it's there's oil there. But I've got the premix in, so we should be good. I believe this is not primary start, so you've got to be in neutral in order to start it, I think. Seems like I remember something on that line. Of course, I don't know. Yeah, it's in neutral. Thing kind of sounds pretty sweet, really. Microphone right up next to it. Pretty tight, I think. Pretty well loaded up. Getting a little better. idle her down a little bit. A little too much. Starting to clear out a little bit. I imagine the pipe has got a lot of oil in it, and the oil that I drained out looked like regular motor oil out of a car. And it looks like we've got a little leak there. I don't know whether there's yeah, it's probably coming from the seal. I think I ordered one of them. I can see a little dripping down here on the, so it's got a lot of oil in it. It's going to take a little time to clear all that out, but it really does sound pretty good. It's, I just don't hear any piston slap at all. The kickstand's a big improvement. So I'll be getting some parts for this maybe in a week or so, and maybe we can kind of start doing something with it. Let's see if if that's really the kill. Yep, that kills it. That's a sweet little thing. I believe these were the same engine that they used in the Mini Enduro. It may probably a little later engine. I think maybe they had all the shifting stuff on the inside, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure I've even worked on a Mini Enduro. But I looked up inside there, and it looks like the points and condenser have never been changed. You know, they look like factory. And I guess we're doing okay as far as seals, but we're going to check them. I think what I'm probably going to do is do a leak down test on this, just to kind of show you how to do it, and we'll just see if it'll pass. Okay, I turned the fuel off, so that ought to be killing it here pretty quick. That's a pretty sweet little bike. Okay, that's it. Okay guys, I just want to show you the other bike I picked up at the same time. This is a 70, I believe, HS1 90cc twin, and I don't know, this thing may really turn out to be an expensive project. Didn't realize it when I got it, but it had a stripped out plug hole, so I had to fix that, put a helicoil in it, and it was enlarged at that, so I had to do a twin. And it you know, it looks pretty good, and looks like most everything is there. Pipes look good. All the chrome looks pretty good. The front fender, it's got pretty good alloy in it there, and it really sounds bad when I turn it over. Oh, look there, the lights coming off of it. I don't know if you can hear that. Let me get you on a stand and get the microphone up there. Okay, see what you hear. Kind of sounds like main bearings to me, maybe crank bearings. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna. I haven't had it running. The guy I bought it from said they did start it, but I can tell you right now that you look at this right here. See, this is the oil from the tank, and that, for some reason, they had a connector in there, and I've got a sneaking suspicion it ran out of oil. So we may be doing some major work to this one. Not really wanting to, but we haven't had one of these apart, so I guess it might be something we need to feature on the channel. But it doesn't sound good at this point. It's got compression, you know, enough to run. You know, compression's not a big thing on a two-stroke. I know a lot of people get their compression gauges out. If you can feel it, it's good enough usually. But it's there's something in there that don't sound real good. So we'll be getting on this one next, and we'll see if we can get it to run and go from there. Okay guys, there you have it. Two bikes I picked up a couple days ago. I've been kind of working on this deal for a while, and everything came through, and you know, well, everything worked out so we could get together and all that stuff. So we'll be featuring this one in probably the next video, and we'll see what in the world's going on. But that sounds bad, and I've got a bad feeling about that line. It just must have run out of oil. But it's okay on the top end from what I can tell. And when I took this head off to fix the spark plug hole, the cylinder and everything looked okay. So we'll see. We'll reserve judgment on that. But this one's really got a lot of, you know, it's really in pretty good shape, and I just think it'll be a good bike. But we don't know what we got to do in here yet. So thanks for going along on the ride. See you next video.